Hey everybody, this is Ted Check, recovering reporter. So in my book, Saving the Beast, a recovering reporter reflects on America's broken media and how to fix it. I talk about this very subject. Americans' trust in media remains at trend low. I cite several studies, several polls, and this one here is the latest apparently. Let's read a little bit. This is from news.gallup.com. Gallup is the organization that does a lot of these polls. So it reads, why do I keep saying that? Americans continue to register record low trust in the mass media, with 31% expressing a quote-unquote great deal or fair amount of confidence in the media to report the news, quote, fully, accurately, and fairly. Similar to last year's 32%. Americans' trust in the media, such as newspapers, television, and radio, first fell to 32% in 2016 and did so again last year. For the third consecutive year, more U.S. adults have no trust at all in the media, 36%, than trust it a great deal or fair amount. Another 33% of Americans express not very much confidence. So yeah, this is what I talk about, and in my book, I talk about why that is. Why do I believe that is? And it's because I feel that it's the experiment of getting rid of objectivity. In the colleges and universities, professors, as far as I can tell, are not teaching objectivity anymore. They're not teaching their students to be reporters and lay everything out there, lay all the facts out there for the reader, and then let the reader use critical thinking to determine where they go from there and what they feel is correct. They are told they can use advocacy journalism, so they are given the moral latitude to choose a side based on just because they're the ones reporting it, and they believe that the readers are not smart enough to make up their own minds. They need to tell the readers what and how to think. That experiment clearly has not worked, because this is the result. This is the result. A record low number of Americans trust the media. And when they don't trust the media, what do? They take their time and their money and they go elsewhere. They go to independent sources. They go to citizen journalists. So this is pretty interesting. I suggest you take a look at it here. It breaks it down a number of ways, by age, by years, and let's see, Americans' trust in U.S. government, the American people, and the media. So it breaks it down all sorts of different ways. But the bottom line is, and here they tell you the bottom line, the United States continues to suffer from a crisis in confidence in many institutions, including the federal government, its three branches, and those who either hold or are running for public office. In addition, trust in the fourth estate, that's the nickname that's been given to the mass media, the fourth estate, is at a new low. Local and state governments and the American people as a whole are the only entities garnering trust from more than half of U.S. adults. It's a sad state of affairs. It truly is. It's frustrating, especially for a guy like me who spent 25 years in the media, and that's the reason that I wrote this book, was because I feel so strongly. It's a passion of mine, and I want to see it succeed. I want people to trust the media. I mean, and I think there's a pathway to get back to it, but it's going to be very difficult for the mainstream media to do that, because they need to gain some introspection, and I don't know if that's possible. I have my doubts, but I am a glasses half full kind of guy. So there's part of me that thinks it's possible. They just need to hit rock bottom. They need to lose a crap ton of money first, and then they realize, what have we done here? And how can we improve this? How can we get ourselves out of this situation? And then they need to read my book. But yeah, this is, it's not good news. It's not surprising, because this is the way that it's been trending. So it makes perfect sense, and that's why I felt this was a great time to release this book, because trust in the media is at an all-time low. Um, so yeah, please, if you feel so inclined, you can go to Amazon, or if you don't, for whatever reason, you don't like Amazon, you can go to Barnes and Noble, you can go to Books A Million, you can go to pretty much any of the major booksellers, and you can get my book. And it gives a blueprint, gives my prescription for how the mainstream media could right the ship, could remedy the situation, could repair it to some degree if they really wanted to. So let me know your thoughts on this latest poll, and I'll talk to you later.